Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts. We're here at the Citywest in Dublin and we've got Jaws, Colin Lloyd with us. Colin, first round's all done and dusty and it's certainly lived up to the hype.
It certainly has, we could have had some shocks, but the shocks didn't come. I mean, the only shock we've had so far really is 2017 champion Daryl Gurney losing out. A lot of pressure on him, he was defending his ranking from when he won it in 2017, so there's a lot of pressure on him, so you won't put that against him. They're tough first rounds, all been tough first rounds. And there could have been shocks, but they've managed to get through. No excuses now. No excuses. They've gone to the longer format now. If the shocks were going to happen, it was going to happen in the first round. And now they can just settle down and hopefully start producing the sort of darts that we know they can.
You've won here. What does it take to win here? Because it's like no other, isn't it?
I think what it takes, Phil, really, you've just got to be, you've just got to be on it. Me building up to this, when I used to play in this, I used to play the old North American Opener style. I used to play 301s with a double start. So get in, banging a big score, out. Get in, banging a big score, out. Because that's what it used to take to win the 301. Well, I always knew then if I could get away quick, banging a big score, 9 times, 8 times out of 10, whatever, you were going to be in control of the leg. And the thing about it is as well, if you start missing darts to get away, that negative starts creeping into your head as to, am I going to be able to finish? It's a testing competition, this one, and that's why I'm so proud that I won this all those years ago, because it is a tough event to win. You just take it for granted that, well, I'm a dart player, but there's that added spice of you have to get the double to get away. I'm not sure if we've seen a brush yet. Did Adrian get brushed one of the legs last night with what's a million?
Not sure Adrian, but Vincent did against Nathan.
There you go. And that can have such a negative effect on you, and because it's such a short format to start off with, all the negatives start creeping. You felt positive going down there, and all of a sudden it starts going wrong. It's easy for me to say now that don't panic, but you do. It's just the nature of the beast.
Touching on the format there, we know it adds the drama and the excitement in round number one, but for a ranked major, is it too short perhaps that you'll a lot of money depending on potentially just 6 legs?
No, I'm just going to say no straight away. Quite simply because, Phil, you know the format before you get it. Years ago when I was still playing, we asked about changing it then. It was just a flat, well, no, you know the format, and you do know the format. And so you just get on with it. And that's where the shocks can happen. 5 times. The governor got beaten in the first round. Phil Taylor got beaten first round. Because it was that short format, we didn't settle. He didn't settle quick enough. Certainly didn't settle quicker than his opponent. His opponent has stepped in and gone, thank you very much. That's not to say that Phil hasn't been great because he won this 11 or 12 times or whatever. But it just goes to show if the best player in the world can get beat first round 5 times, it just goes to show it does work. It does work because you want the shocks. I don't personally think you want the same people over and over winning it. I know they do because they're class players. They put in the hard work and whatever. But no, for me, I think the format's great. I love sitting there now watching them panic, and I think to myself, right, how are you going to adapt to this? But no, I'd keep it the same. I like it. I played with it. I enjoy it because you have to be on your game. I was just chatting with Glenn Durant. And Glenn started pushing a little bit, and he would do. Christoph was playing absolutely fabulous. That first set, he was absolutely fabulous. Glenn hung on in there and proved what a great champion he is by getting through 2 sets to 1 in the end. He had to win the next 2 sets, otherwise he was going home.
Will Jamie Hughes be sat at home now thinking he missed a chance against Michael, and will Michael also be breathing in a sigh of relief, double-edged corner? I know it had everything, but that 1-3-5 literally changed the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah, we've all been around now, Phil, for a few days, and we've all said that was an unbelievable shot because that rocked Jamie. I don't care what anyone says, that would have rocked him because he was sitting pretty, he was in control, he had 3 darts in his hands thinking, right, I'm going to get a shot of this. This is now my time. Unfortunately for him, he's playing one of the greatest players that's ever tickled tungsten, and who's on a crest of a wave at the minute, who's playing some great stuff, and you can never write him off. Like you say, that 1-3-5 was brilliant, but for me with Jamie, it was his 51s. For the treble 17, he went 160 away, 180, 60, no way near the treble 17. Now it was interesting to see that there was another leg, I think it was a couple of legs later, he won 142. Now he was hitting the treble 20, treble 20, treble 20, treble 20. Now I didn't understand why at that time and at that point in the game I'd have gone treble 20 and I'd have stayed there. I'd have gone for another treble 20 and gone for the, it was make or break with the double 11. But he went to go 2 treble 17s for tops. Not a bad shot, but he was nowhere near it. He hit a massive 2. No way near it. And I think that played in his mind a bit. I think he sort of like thought, right, will I go 17s or will I go the treble 20 route? And listen, he's going to be at home, he's going to be disappointed. Of course he's going to be disappointed. It's amazing. He's gone out first round. But he's got a great future ahead. He's got plenty of time. And hopefully now he'll be sitting at home thinking, right, let's get myself ready now for the big one, which is at Christmas.
After the first round, where's your 5p at? Obviously, because we know
5p? How very dare you, Phil? I don't gamble that sort of money. If I could get a 2p accumulator, I'll be well happy. For me, Phil, I thought Nathan Aspinall looked really good. He looked really good, looked really comfortable. No disrespect to Vinny. Vinny didn't really give him much of a game. But he got into his rhythm quick. He got away extremely well, finished extremely well. I think he had something like 70% checkout rate and whatever. A nice little, just shy of a 93 average. You can put 5, 8, 10 points on that. So he's averaging around the 100 sort of mark, really, with the double start. Nathan, he looked really cool. Dave Chisnall looked good. Looked very solid. He had a big battle with Gerwyn Price, and that was a great game. I'd say that was probably the game of the round for the way that they were starting, finishing, scoring. You didn't know who was going to take it, but Chizzy stepped up to the plate. He got the result. So for me, them two guys looked really good. But like I said before, you're going into the longer format now, and that's when people start coming into their own a little bit. The panic button, hopefully now, has been switched off. It's under lock and key, and the boys can just start playing now. But if you did really push me, I think it could be Chizzy. I think it could be Chizzy's year. He's with a fresh dart company now. He seems like he's got a new lease of life. He's hitting 9 dart with his darts. It looks like he's settled with him very, very quickly. He looked cool and composed up there last night. It could be the year of the Chiz. And it wouldn't be without time. He's been runner-up in so many majors in his time. But, I'll go with Chiz. But I also want to see how well Michael Smith plays next round. I like Michael. Great player. He seems like he's got the world on his shoulders at the minute with these runners-ups and whatever. But sure, listen, I'd have loved to have been a great runner-up with the money they're getting. But for me, I'm going to go, I'll stick with Chizzy. I'll go with Chizzy.
Also, last one. When you were a pro, when you come to Dublin, this is the start of what we call silly season, where it can make or break your season because we've got that many TV tournaments. Yeah. What's that pressure like, knowing you're either defending money or you need money to get into these events? What's that pressure like on your shoulders? Well,
to be fair, Phil, I always thought silly season started in January, but for the whole year. So listen, there's massive pressure. Like I said. Poor old Darryl now, he's lost, I think someone said like 16, 17% of his ranking now, from one event. That's what pressure does to you. You've got to come here and perform. You're one of the best players in the world, and you've just got to go up and perform. You can't, for me, I never tried to look at my ranking, thinking, what if I get defeated first round? Where will that drop me to? You can't think like that, because if you think like that, you've already got negatives going in your head before you go to the event. So just positive. You just got to think positive all the time. And when you go to, with it being silly season with the majors, that's fair enough. But I always thought of everything in between as well. Back in the day when there was the UK Open Regionals, the Players' Championships and whatever, just go there, nick a couple of grand, because it's all going on your ranking all the time. And I think that's, some players, I'd like to think, do have that mentality. But if they don't, that's where you're going to come unstuck. You can't solely rely on doing well in the majors, at some point or another, if you have a little bit of a bad run, you're not even going to be in the majors. And then you've got to work extremely hard to get that money back, to get back into the majors. And by that time, sometimes it's too late. But listen, it was a great ride when I was doing it, and I always I played everything. I played absolutely everything. I just never missed anything. Not because I panicked about the ranking, but I just thought I want to be everything. I'm Colin Lloyd, professional darts player. I want to play in everything. So, but yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, Paul. You got Paul, Phil. You've got to play in the events. You can have your breaks and your holidays, but you've also, at the back of your mind, you've got to think practice, 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 practice. These guys now, they play so often, and they're in a very, very fortunate position. They play so often, they probably don't have to put in as much practice as like the likes of me and a few others back in the day, because we didn't have as many tournaments to play in. Whereas now, they're away nearly every weekend. So they've got that match sharpness. But even if I was playing now, I would think I'll still try and squeeze in practice somewhere during the week. But I've noticed now they've started putting in a few tournaments during the week. Good thing, bad thing, it's not for me to make that decision. But hey, you know.
Colin, absolute pleasure talking to you here at the Citywest in Dublin, mate. Thanks very much for taking time out of us, as always.
Brilliant, thanks, mate.